At first, it's a super high bid. Then before you can get them out of the house, they're calling their manager, and then, whoa, the price magically dropped $2,000. It's Greg Hersholt here. At Valentine Roofing, you never have that problem. They're always honest. They never have a high-pressure sale. And now's the perfect time to get that summer roofing project done. I've had Connor Valentine and his team out to my house, and it's easy to see why they have over 40 awesome reviews on Angie's List, plus an A rating by the Better Business Bureau and a flawless consumer review on checkbook.com. For the best roof at a fair price with no high-pressure sales pitch, call Valentine Roofing. Remember, always get 3 bids. Just make sure Valentine is one of them. Call 206-575-7656, 206-575-7656, or click ValentineRoof.com. ValentineRoof.com.
KOMO News Time 1:40. Sports at 10:40 past the hour from the Daniels Broiler Sports Desk on KOMO News Radio. All right, Sounders seem to be returning to form if last night's game is any indication. Tom Hutler with more.
Oh, Rick, they finally got back on track last night after 2 straight losses after the return of their U.S. men's national team members Clint Dempsey and DeAndre Yedlin. Sounders got it going last night with Marco Papa and Gonzalo Pineda, each scoring a goal as the Sounders beat the Houston Dynamo 2-0 at CenturyLink Field, the 200th career victory as a coach for Ziggy Schmidt.
You know, it's fantastic to finally get it because I was starting to wonder if we were going to get it. But you know, again, like I said, it's a reflection of I've had a lot of great players that have played for me, you know, but, you know, this is, it's great. You know, if this can be the year I get 200, that's part of even bigger success at the end of the year.
And that success they hope to continue in the U.S. Open Cup when they take on the Chicago Fire in the semifinals of that tournament on Wednesday. And then it's back to MLS action with a road trip to Real Salt Lake on Saturday. The Sounders, the top spot in the Western Conference and overall points lead in MLS right now. Mariners tonight open a big 3-game series against the Toronto Blue Jays. Been a while since you could say it's been a big series in the month of August, but indeed it is, as the Mariners and the Blue Jays are both a game and a half in back of Kansas City for the second and final wild card spot in the American League, as the Mariners just finished taking 3 of 4 from the Chicago White Sox and are 5-1 on the homestand so far. And Felix Hernandez on the hill tonight with 30,000 K-towels to be passed out to Mariner fans to wave overhead as Felix takes on Drew Hutchinson of the Blue Jays. KOMO Sports at 10:40 past the hour on the home of the Huskies, KOMO News Radio. I'm Tom Hutler.
KOMO News Time 1:42.
At another hospital, the neurologist there said to wait 6 to 8 weeks before deciding what to do next.
The problem with waiting and seeing is if it bleeds again, it could be devastating.
Dr. Johnny Delishaw, neurosurgeon at the Swedish Neuroscience Institute, and his patient, Courtney Bookwalter.
I was diagnosed with a cavernoma, a group of blood vessels that bled in my brainstem.
We made a very small craniotomy just in front of the ear, and then we went underneath the brain and entered the brainstem and delicately removed the cavernoma.
Stories like this are why the Swedish Neuroscience Institute was recognized as #1 in the state in 2014 for medical excellence and patient safety for major neurosurgery by CareChex, the hospital rating division of Comparion.
She had complete resolution of her symptoms, and she can get on with her life.
It's behind me and it's in the past. Everything's back to normal.
Hear more extraordinary stories at swedish.org/stories. The Swedish Neuroscience Institute. Extraordinary care, extraordinary caring.
A hot house can be a sign your home isn't well insulated. Proper insulation keeps hot air out and cool air in during the summer, improving your family's comfort and peace of mind. Call the top insulation and weatherization contractor in Western Washington, Clean Crawls. Clean Crawls was just honored by Puget Sound Energy as one of the region's top insulation contractors. So whether you need an insulation upgrade, a cleanout, or an inspection of the air seals around your home, call Clean Crawls today, 866-651-1700, or click cleancrawl.com.
Jaguar Bellevue and Jaguar Seattle invite you to visit and see for yourself why the all-new Jaguars are winning acclaim for their design, performance, and reliability.
KOMO News is everywhere you are. On air, AM 1000, FM 97.7, streaming live at KOMOnews.com, and on your KOMO News app on your smartphone.
KOMO News Time 1:43. The latest from the KOMO National News Desk. U.S. military officials providing details of yet another U.S. airstrike in Iraq. Fighter aircraft striking and destroying several vehicles yesterday that were part of an Islamic State group convoy moving to attack Kurdish forces defending the Iraqi city of Erbil. We're going to have more from Ann Compton and ABC coming up in just a moment. First, though, top local stories from KOMO News Radio. The 17-year-old arrested in the killing of Janice Wright of Bremerton will be in court this afternoon. Prosecutors say they will try him as an adult. An Iberian man dead after sheriff deputies say he exchanged gunfire with a SWAT team following a standoff as officers tried to arrest him for domestic violence. KOMO News Time 1:44.
KOMO AAA traffic every 10 minutes, first on the 4s. Traffic alerts anytime on KOMO News Radio.
Congestion across Lake Washington. Let's get the latest. Here's Mary.
Yep, car traffic lined up as the midspan is currently open, the drawbridge that is open for a boat crossing, so it could be another 5 to 10 minutes, possibly a little longer until they get car traffic moving again. We found the crash in the Newcastle area. It's on southbound I-5 north of 44th. It is now cleared off to the right-hand shoulder, but there's a pretty good lineup from almost I-90. The 130th on-ramp to southbound I-5 still partially blocked by a crash, and then you're going to be slow from just about Northgate through the Ship Canal Bridge. And we're getting word of something going on in the Shelton area along 101 near Brockdale. I didn't hear what was going on, but on the scanner I just heard him say something about we're doing traffic control and may have to block off the roadway, so I'll try to find out what may be going on there. This report brought to you by Tulalip Resort Casino. The most cash back can only be found at Tulalip Resort Casino. Dare to compare and find all the details online at TulalipCasino.com. KOMO traffic every 10 minutes on the 4 is your next update at 1:54. I'm Mary Whitish in the KOMO AAA Traffic Center.
Okay, see you then, Mary. As far as our weather goes, here's Theron Zahn from the KOMO Forecast Center.
Uncomfortably hot across a lot of western Washington this afternoon. Low to mid-90s out there, muggy as well. Overnight, we're going to see the clouds increase. Chance of a thunder shower, especially rolling off the Cascades. So don't be surprised if you're awoken during the middle night with the flashes of lightning and the rumble of thunder out there. Showers as well by the morning hours. A few showers and thunder showers for the morning on Tuesday. A few lingering showers on Tuesday. Very muggy, highs in the low to mid-80s on Tuesday. Cooler on Wednesday and Thursday, but still partly sunny, upper 70s. I'm Theron Zahn, the KOMO Weather Center.
Well, it's already in the 90s in eastern Washington. Moses Lake 97, Wenatchee at 91 now, Omak 95. Around the Puget Sound area, 87 seems to be a kind of popular temperature. Boeing Field 87. We're seeing the same temperature now in Shelton and Olympia. Also 87 at JBLM. KOMO News Time 1:46.
UW Medicine and KOMO News Radio present UW Medicine Health. I'm Molly Shen. UW Medicine's Dr. Brian Johnston, Chief of Pediatrics at Harborview Medical Center, is here with tips to help you and your family stay safe this summer. Dr. Johnston, what are some common summer injuries?
We see toddlers who fall out of windows, drowning. We also see injuries due to riding lawnmowers. And finally, burns are more common in the summer.
What's the importance of wearing a helmet while biking?
We know that helmets protect. We recommend the kids wear a helmet when they do any kind of wheeled sport.
How can kids and adults keep safe on the road?
Well, I think your summer road trip is going to be much safer if the driver is not distracted by technology. And inside the vehicle, everybody needs to ride buckled up.
What are the most important safety precautions in or around water?
For young children, supervision is the most important thing. And if you enjoy boating, you ought to use a life vest.
Stay informed and learn the latest at uwmedicinehealth.com.
Farmers Insurance believes that the more you know, the better you can plan. Find your local agent by calling 888-96-FARMERS. That's 888-96-FARMERS.
This is the Northwest's only all-news radio station, KOMO News Radio 1000, FM 97.7, and KOMONews.com.
Good afternoon, KOMO News Time 1:47. I'm Rick Van Sys, Jeremy Grader at the editor's desk. Thanks for joining us today on the KOMO Midday News. U.S. now directly providing weapons to embattled Kurdish forces in Iraq. ABC's White House correspondent Ann Compton from D.C. with the latest on all the goings-on with Iraq and elsewhere.
Good afternoon from the ABC News Washington Bureau. And Rick, right now the Pentagon has just completed a briefing for us of the 15 airstrikes over the last couple of days. The general says they have slowed, but they sure have not stopped these ISIS forces. They've got a lot of planes in the air. They've got a lot of military going on. And yes, they are trying to get more weapons into the hands of the Kurdish forces. Remember, these ISIS forces, the rebels, as they've swept across Iraq, have picked up weapons, heavy weapons, left behind by the Iraqi government, many of them American-made.
And so for at least the foreseeable future, Ann, it looks like that they will be not just limiting expenditures to Baghdad, as has been the policy, but helping the Kurds with their battles.
Well, the Kurds are the ones who are holding the line to protect American lives in Erbil. This was a portion of northern Iraq, Kurdistan, almost independent from the rest of the country, far more peaceful, far more friendly to the United States, and that's why the United States has not only a consulate there, but a military command headquarters with 40 American military there. And the president, as you've heard him say each and every time, his only reason to go in and do these airstrikes is to protect the Americans in Erbil. He's not pretending or claiming that he's saving all of that part of Iraq.
And what about the $10 million in aid to France to help in their fights? What's going on there?
I believe we've got fighting going on all the way from Erbil to Timbuktu in Mali. The French are trying to put down these same kinds of very violent renegade Islamic insurgencies in Mali, in Chad, in Niger, and the U.S. is giving them an extra $10 million to help with the French operations there. But this is like so many other places, in the desert, in poverty, in lawless areas, these insurgencies continue to pop up.
All right, thanks, Ann. Ann Compton from Washington, D.C. and the ABC Bureau, our KOMO News Time 150. And we give you an update on our money news, now powered by Propel Insurance on KOMO News Radio.
This is the Wall Street Journal report. I'm Marcy Norton. Stocks closed slightly higher thanks to improving economic data and decreasing tensions in overseas hotspots. The Dow Jones Industrials rose 16 points to 16,569. The Nasdaq was up by 30, and the S&P 500 added 5 points. Amazon is taking on Disney. The online retailer is refusing to accept pre-orders for Disney DVDs, including Maleficent and Captain America, the Winter Soldier, all because of a contract dispute. Amazon has been in a similar dispute with book publisher Hachette over ebook prices. Mobile payment systems haven't really caught on at retail stores, so app developers are working on another idea, restaurant-focused payment apps that will let you get out of the restaurant faster without having to wait for the check, then wait for the server to bring back your credit card and receipt. Again, the Dow Jones Industrials today closed up 16 points. This is the Wall Street Journal report.
KOMO checks your money at 20 and 50 past the hour. Our next update at 2:20. KOMO News Time 151.
True story. A Seattle man went to bed with nearly $300,000 in his bank account. By morning, the money had vanished because of some identity thief. Can you imagine? What if some thief got to your life savings? Look, no one can stop all identity theft, but here's what you do. Arm your bank and retirement accounts with LifeLock Ultimate Plus. Yep, LifeLock's best just got better. LifeLock Ultimate Plus is the most comprehensive identity theft protection available, helping protect your identity, your bank and retirement accounts, credit cards, even the equity in your home. How many other ID theft protection services do that? 0. So why risk it? Get LifeLock Ultimate Plus and sleep easier knowing if a thief goes after your identity or life savings, LifeLock's on it. Visit LifeLock.com now and enter promo code AWARE or call and mention AWARE to save 10% on your LifeLock Ultimate Plus membership. 1-800-LifeLock. 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 Network does not cover all transactions.
Homeowners, do you have low water pressure in your house? When you flush a toilet, does the person in the shower have to run for cover so they don't get scalded? Or have you or your neighbors had leaks in their pipes? Many people don't realize that these problems are caused by old pipes that are either corroding down to a trickle or just plain springing a leak. Fortunately, this problem can be solved by repiping your home. I'm Jeff Butler of Repipe Specialists. We've helped over 30,000 homeowners just like you by replacing their old corroded pipes with new, high-quality PEX or copper pipes. It only takes us 1 or 2 days to repipe an entire home, plus we patch the walls and give you a lifetime guarantee. And in celebration of 20 years of repiping, right now on approved credit, when you repipe with us, we'll give you 0% interest for an entire year. That's right, a repipe, wall patching, and a lifetime guarantee, all at 0% interest. Just call 800-737-4746. That's 800-REPIPING. 800-737-4746.
Como News Time 153. People living in the quiet neighborhood in Granite Falls known as Bogart Hills are saying that they're sick of having their homes, cars, and mailboxes broken into. One man says his rent money was stolen out of his car, and now he's worried about losing his home.
I was devastated. I mean, that's our rent. I mean, that's everything right now.
People will be meeting tonight at 7 o'clock with police for a talk about the rash of recent crime. That'll be at the Granite Falls Library. It's 154 at Como 1000 and FM 97.7.
Como AAA traffic every 10 minutes, first on the 4s. Traffic alerts anytime on Como News Radio.
520 back open yet, Mary?
It is. It opened just a few moments ago, so drivers on 520 both directions are moving once again. A crash on southbound 405 north of 44th is now cleared off to the right-hand shoulder, but slow going from just about I-90. Southbound I-5 remains pretty tough from Northgate through to the Ship Canal Bridge. And we found out what's going on in Mason County. It is a brush fire along US 101 just north of State Route 102 in the Brockdale area. We understand traffic on 101 now is blocked in both directions, so you're going to have to find some alternate routes around that area. This check on traffic is brought to you by DeVry University. At DeVry University, their professors and advisors are with you from start to finish, helping you pursue the career you want. Classes start September 2nd. Visit devry.edu. Como traffic every 10 minutes on the 4s. Your next update at 2:04. I'm Mary Whitish in the Como AAA Traffic Center.
Thanks, Mary. I have a fear we're going to have a lot of those old fires popping up around here, given the weather. It's so hot. In fact, a red flag warning in effect until late tomorrow because of the dry conditions and temperatures that'll be in the 90s in many neighborhoods later on today, and then thunderstorms firing up later tonight coming down from the Cascades. In Seattle, it's pretty toasty, 87 degrees. Everett, 82, and at JBLM in South Tacoma is also 87 degrees. Como News Time 155.
Broker Solutions, Inc., DBA New American Funding, license number CL 6606 and MLS 6606. Not all applicants will qualify. Terms and conditions are subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender.
I can be my own landlord and get a new puppy if I want.
I can get rid of my mortgage insurance and save a bundle.
I can own my dream home in as little as 14 days. I can be deployed overseas and come back to a home of my own.
Find out what you can do with New American Funding. New home, refinance, reverse mortgage, VA loan. We make it easy at New American Funding. We're a direct lender, so we don't have restrictions other banks have. That means you can get approved and get moving fast. Call New American Funding to find out what you can do.
I can retire, keep my home, and travel the world.
I can use my home to make my daughter's dream wedding come true.
I can
with New American Funding.
Call 888-786-1411. That's 888-786-1411. 888-786-1411. Or visit newamericanfunding.com because yes, you can.
Como News Time 156.
I'm Marina Rockinger, and this is Life Beat. When a woman reaches a certain age, she may not feel as compelled to follow some of the medical recommendations her younger counterparts are encouraged to seek. Mammograms, for example, tend to be forgotten. Now, as oncologist Dr. Henry Kaplan with Swedish Cancer Institute tells me, the breast cancer screening could be very beneficial for women 75 and older.
30 years ago, if a woman reached the age of 75, she didn't have a lot of life ahead of her. But if you look at statistics now, a woman who is healthy without a lot of other problems has an average additional lifespan in this country of 13 more years. So it now becomes more important to be preventive and deal with things early.
The earlier breast cancer is detected in this age group, it can lead to less aggressive treatments, like lumpectomies that don't require the radiation younger women usually need.
If you can find these folks with early disease, you can often do extremely well with really very little treatment.
For LifeBeat, I'm Marina Rockinger, Como News.
And another 10 minutes of nonstop news next on Como News Radio with Tom Hutler. Como News Time 1:57.
KOMO Seattle, KOMO FM Oakville.
Hi, it's John Carlson. You know, for a while I've been sharing some great customer stories from Bellevue Rare Coins. This next one explains why the people there love what they do. Recently, a woman brought in an old coin collection that had belonged to her husband. She mentioned that she lived on a fixed income, was hoping the coins could give her a little extra spending cash. It turns out the collection was worth $20,000. Not only was this more than she was expecting, for her it was life-changing. Now, not everyone has a $20,000 coin collection lying around, but you might have some unused or broken jewelry, some old watches, silver, or gold pieces tucked away that could be turned into cash. No point having it sit around and collect dust. Have one of the experts at Bellevue Rare Coins give you a free evaluation. They'll pay you what your valuables are really worth. And who knows? Maybe change your life while they're at it. Visit Bellevue Rare Coins today in Bellevue and Linwood. Again, 2 locations, Bellevue Rare Coins in Bellevue and Linwood.
Soak it up, pour it on, and drink it in with Como News Radio at the Auction of Washington Wines, happening Thursday through Saturday. Sample Washington's world-class wines and cuisine. Meet with winemakers, toast new friends, and find new favorites. Plus, bid on untapped wine barrels to support uncompensated care at Seattle Children's Hospital and WSU's Viticulture and Enology Research. Now that's something worth toasting. The Auction of Washington Wines with Como News Radio. KomoNews.com. Como News Radio, home of the Huskies. 10 minutes of non-stop news, traffic, and weather for Monday, August 11th starts right now. Right now on Como News Radio 1000, FM 97.7, and worldwide at KomoNews.com.
And among the stories you'll hear in the 2 o'clock hour.
It began as a domestic violence call, but it turned into a fatal shootout with police. I'm Corwin Haight with what happened in Burien.
A teenage neighbor arrested for the rape and murder of 6-year-old Janice Wright.
We have no answers for what's happened here.
I'm Carlene Johnson with the very latest on the case.
And accusations of assault against Seahawks star Marshawn Lynch, and Hope Solo appears in court today. All those stories and more after ABC covers the world. Como News Time now is 2 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Richard Cantu. Ferguson, Missouri, outside St. Louis. The scene outside the Ferguson Police Department. A Ferguson officer on leave after fatally shooting an unarmed 18-year-old. There were reports of looting in St. Louis County last night. Ferguson Mayor James Knowles among those demanding peaceful protest.
We need to get past this point so we can all sit down at the table, African-American leaders, law enforcement, other people, so we can start having discussions on moving forward.
The FBI is investigating possible civil rights violations in the killing of Michael Brown. Mixed results from the U.S. airstrikes on Islamic State fighters in Iraq.
With as many as 50 sorties a day and 15 hits on ISIS convoys and weapons, the operations chief says insurgents have been slowed but not stopped. And General Bill Mayville insists this is still nothing more than a mission to protect Americans in the north.
There are no plans to expand the current air campaign beyond the current self-defense activities.
Mayville adds the insurgents have begun to hide from those U.S. attacks. Ann Compton, ABC News, Washington.
3 American missionaries are back in Charlotte, North Carolina after getting out of the West African Ebola hot zone. They're not showing symptoms but are being